It is said that the year 2020 will be one for the history books. Our current climate has magnified the social and economic disparities across the globe. However, even in the midst of it all, there's one thing that remains constant. That is the continued tireless effort our grantees put forth day to day in various communities across the DC Metro. One might ask, what does it take to do this work? It takes passion. It takes drive. It takes self-motivation. The WBA Foundation honors those who continue to answer the call.
My work at the clinic is not what I do, it's who I am. And I think it's a great opportunity to work in a place where I have tremendous colleagues and clients who never cease to amaze and inspire all of us.
At the Legal Aid Society, we provide services to residents of the District of Columbia in an array of different areas of the law, including family law, domestic violence, public benefits, housing, and those types of areas of the law.
The Safe Sister Circle provides culturally specific, holistic, and trauma-informed services to Black women survivors of domestic violence and sexual abuse living primarily, but not exclusively, in Wards 7 and 8.
Well, this year, Legal Counsel for the Elderly, or LCE as we're also known, turns 45. And the free legal and social work services we provide are even more critical today than they were in 1975. We do this work because we want to give back to the community. I personally want to make sure that elder individuals in the District of Columbia are well taken care of.
African Communities Together is a nonprofit organization that provides pro bono immigration legal services for the DC and Maryland and Virginia. My passion comes from knowing the immigration process and how hard it is if you don't get proper services and going through, especially in the current climate, having an attorney and making sure that you are assisted accordingly throughout that process. Life is already hard enough to adjust. We just, the biggest thing that you can do is making sure that you have filed and make sure that you are screened and have used all your options properly.
First Shift Justice Project's mission is to help working mothers keep their jobs. There is a need that's unmet in terms of helping working mothers stay employed. In a lot of ways, they're more vulnerable to losing their jobs because they can be fired for pregnancy, they can be fired because of domestic violence. They're denied accommodations that they need and leave that they need, and they have this other caregiver responsibility that interferes sometimes with their ability to be kind of this generic worker, like a robot that can go to work at a certain time every day and leave at a certain time every day without any changes.
Thank you all so much for having me here tonight. I think like many of you, I had one of those days where everything was on fire and I had to take care of things and I was answering emails. And it's such a treat to take a step back and listen to what these grantee organizations do, because it really is inspiring to hear what they're doing and how they're helping all these people in our community.
I've been at Bread for the City for 12 years, working on domestic violence cases. And what I like about that from the legal perspective is we don't just represent people in civil protection order cases, so we're able to actually take the client through other family law needs they may have.
I love helping people. I'm a survivor myself of domestic violence, and it's very rewarding to help other people with the tools that I have.
I find it very empowering to see, to be able to help women that are in vulnerable situations who feel like that they don't have a way out of a bad situation with their partners. It feels great to help them get out of that situation and see their strength and see them evolve into their full potential.
WBA funding is really important to us. It makes a major difference to us because we are small. Any dollar helps, any dollar counts. There's really just two of us, and we do everything together, and we use all our funding really efficiently.
It's so important to have programs that are specifically geared towards young women and girls, because who else understands women than other women? And if we're not uplifting each other, then I don't know who else is going to do that. And that's one place where I feel like the Women's Bar Association's foundation is doing a great job in continuing to fund these amazing organizations that are also supporting young women and children or girls.
This is work that not only I'm so happy to be doing, and I'm so grateful that this foundation is giving us the grant so I can continue doing this work, but it's so great for our clients and the survivors of domestic violence.
Having funding from the foundation that supports our ability to really, have the capacity to have these special projects done is really critical to making sure we can do our mission day to day.
I look at the organizations that we're honoring, and I think to myself, it's what motivates people to get up and come into work in the morning, because they know they're doing the right thing, they know they're supporting a cause they believe in. And when people get into their day-to-day jobs and they move away from the world, like prosecuting cases like that, you sort of forget what it's like to be in the trenches. And coming back into the world where you're working with organizations like that means a lot. Because it is part of who you are, and I don't think you ever lose it.
I see the Women's Bar Association Foundation getting bigger and better and helping more people. We currently have a national recognition, and we get funding from all over the country now. And in the future, I see it growing even more, because it's very evident that we're making an impact and we're changing lives.